everybody, DeathsStalker here. So I thought I'd talk about something that happens when you go to track days. And if you haven't been to a track day, it's an interesting experience. It'll sort of show you how far you can actually push your self and your motorcycle in controlled conditions. And it's if you have a track nearby, you should check it out if you have the money or the time to be able to do it. But there's this thing that happens at track days, and it happens late in the day. Now, when I was racing and they had track days available, this is the sort of thing that happened around 5 o'clock. We used to call it 5 o'clock fever, but apparently tracks now, they close at 5, so it's now 4 o'clock. And so what is 4 o'clock / 5 o'clock fever? Well, it's what they used to call the exhausted factor. So you're out on a track, enjoying yourself, having a lot of fun, hopefully learning a lot of stuff, riding your bike. Near the end of the day, you start to get tired, and unfortunately, it's also the time when you start to get the fastest, because the experience you start off in the beginning of the day, you know, you're sort of learning the limits and whatnot, and you know, later in the day is when you start to take the knowledge that you've learned and put it towards reasonably good lap times, or in some cases stinking fast lap times. But it's also the time when you're physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. It's sort of wrapping it up. Sometimes it's simply a case of those two things tying up with the thought of, I'm going to do a awesome lap here, or this will be the best lap of the day, and then I'm going to shut down, sort of thing. And it's that little going for the 11/10ths. And a lot of times you'll make a mistake, or someone out there in the track who's in that condition and you're not even pushing will make a mistake and take you out, which has also happened. And you tend to crash, or they tend to crash into people like you and take you down. So what I actually got in the habit of doing on track days and practice day is the last practice session of the day, I'd just give it a pass. I take that time to pack up my gear, check the bike out, you know, take my time loading the trailer up, because as soon as things are over, the track is over, everyone's like all hyped up and energetic, and they're all like, hey, yeah, this was great. And some guys, they, you know, they bring a beer with them, and they crack beer out and start, you know, having a beer to relax after the track day, or they want to go out to the restaurant, so there's a bit of rushing around trying to get all your stuff together to go do that stuff. And what I do is I used to pack all my junk up so that when they wanted to go, I could go, and I could help people to pack up. Unfortunately, a lot of times what happened is I would be helping somebody who just wadded his motorcycle up on the last practice session, pick up the pieces and get it into his vehicle so he can go home, or we'd be trying to make arrangements to get their bike home because they're on the way to the hospital. So I'm just sort of saying, like, you know, for that last 20-30 minutes of practice session, you know, if you're not feeling 100%, give it a pass, pack up your junk, and come back next time. Don't be one of those 4 o'clock fever types, and then have to spend the rest of your time playing Humpty Dumpty with your motorcycle, or worse, you. Well, anyways, just a little bit of friendly advice from someone who did a lot of track time. DeathsStalker, signing out.